Very good afternoon to everyone. A warm welcome to you all in this orientation session of undergraduate students. I am Neeraj Chaurasia. I am from Central Library. So I will be giving you a brief introduction about the library resources, services, and also the facilities which we are having in our library. So you are sitting in this Dogra hall. Next to this hall, you might have seen the Central Library building, right, which has 3 floors and which covers about 60,000 square feet area in the library. And we have many facilities, number of resources we are having, so many electronic books or electronic journals, lot of things we are having in our library. So this is the brief outline about the library system. I will be talking about the IIT Delhi library system, then what kind of services, facilities or resources we are having, what are different collections we are having, then we have different units within the library, what kind of services we are having in the library, computer facility, networking and other facilities I will be talking about. So this is the building of IIT Delhi Central Library, which is a happening place. You might have seen number of cafes are there nearby this building. So it's a happening place. This is one of the screenshot of different activities which we are doing in our library. Some important facilities, like you can see the circulation counter, one picture from the stack areas, online public access catalog, and also one of the snapshot from the computer lab which we have. As far as this working hours are concerned, we are open 360 out of 365 days. We are closed on only these holidays: Diwali, Dasara, Holi, Independence Day, Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, and Republic Day. Otherwise, we are open throughout the year. As far as reading areas are concerned, we have divided in 2 parts. One is reading area, and other one is collection area, which is also known as stack area. So reading area is open from 8 a.m. in the morning up to 3 a.m. In the morning next day. So it closes only for 4-5 hours for just housekeeping activities. Otherwise, it's always open. And book stack area, where books are kept, this area is open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. during working days. And during holidays, it's 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. So this is the timing I think you should keep in mind when you visit the library. As far as membership or registration is concerned, after this orientation, you need to visit to the Central Library. Just fill up a small form, it's a Google form with some information, and you will be becoming a member of the library. You will be having a temporary ID card, which will be used for borrowing the books until you are not getting the RFID card, right? So you will be availing all the facility using your temporary ID card, right? The data might have been captured for RFID card, which will be shortly available. After that, you will be using throughout the year for different purposes. This is the contact point. Whenever you are entering the library, you will get the you will be going to the circulation counter and just filling the required detail, submitting the required data, and just become the member of the library. This is one-time activity during your stay in the institute. As far as membership privileges are concerned, you will be getting 5 books for 14 days. And after that, if you want those books further, then you just need to renew those books within the time which is given over there. Apart from that, if you are not returning the book on time, there is certain fine which is there. And here fine is because of not earning the money, right? This fine is because we have limited number of copies for individual title, and some other students might require that. So if you are not required, then you just return. If you require, just renew that. So we have different kind of collections. For general books, you need to pay 1 rupee fine per day if you are not returning the books on time. If book belongs to textbook section, then this 6 rupee fine is per day. And if it is from book bank, then again 1 rupee fine is there. So I think there is no need to pay the fine, just get it renewed within the due date which is given for you. We have different kind of collections which is housed at different floors. So if you visit the first floor library, then there is engineering science and technology collection which is at first floor, also reference collection. And if you want to have the books related to humanities and social science, you need to visit to the ground floor. So different areas are allocated for different kind of collections. We have book bank facility also. Under that, you can borrow 6 books for a semester, right? So we'll talk about that in the slides. We have separate collection for the faculty authored books, the books which are authored by the faculty members of the institute. We have separated that collection, and if you want to issue that book, that can also be issued. This is the total number of collection in the library. We have close to 2 lakhs books, printed books. We have journals, bound envelope journals, then thesis close to 8,000. Then we have good number of electronic books. This figure is about 9,000. And electronic journals, conference proceedings, and manuals, standards and all. We have number of databases in the library. So this is about the collection which we housed. Libraries really has a great computing, networking and other state-of-the-art facilities for the users, like automatic issue return, or you can say single window search, or there are many other facilities. We have a comprehensive library website. If you visit the library website, I think you will get each and everything, whatever you want to search or see. So just you can write down this website, library.iidd.ac.in. Just visit this website, you will get all the things which you required. This is the screenshot from online public access catalog, which is accessible from anywhere. You need not to come to the library for accessing this. This is the online catalog which you can search from anywhere, and just find out what is available in the library, right? Using this catalog, you can also see one of the this circle. Using this option, you can just log in. Your ID password means the Kerberos ID and password will work for here. There is no need to create any separate ID and password. Just log in, and you can create your, you can see how many books you have issued, how much fine you have, or what is the due date of the book which you already have. So all those details are available here, and you can see that. We have a chatbot service, which is a chatting kind of thing. You can just chat with the chat using this option, and just put your request. You will get certain answers of your queries. This chatbot service is known as BibDial, and it is embedded with the library catalog also. If you want to search an individual book, you can find out that also. We have a RFID system, which is radio frequency identification system, and whenever you are entering in the library, some RFID gates are there. So it means whenever you are coming out with any book, just make sure that book is issued, right? If book is not issued, then this gate will alarm, and if it is issued, then you can take out, right? So all those things are there. You can see in the picture one self check-in kiosk is there. You can just take out the book from the shelf and just get it issued yourself. There is no need to go to anywhere, right? So it's automatic system. Just take out the book from the shelf and you can get it issued yourself. And this fourth one is Dropbox. If you want to return, just drop it. It will automatically return, and you will get an email that book is returned. So this is completely automatic system. And I think once you visit the library, you will see all these things. We have a library app also. If you are using Android or iPhone, just download this app, library app, and it will be helping you a lot in searching the books or searching the single window system from the library using this library app. We have a single window search. You can see this circle. This is a searching, which is a Google-like search. Using this link or this box, you can search all the resources which are available. This may be the catalog of books, or it may be journals, or it may be the thesis database, or anything, or ebooks. So all those resources which are subscribed by the library, all are linked here in this option. So this is known as single window search. We have library, video library services also, and this service provides you the lectures which are delivered by the IIT Delhi professors. Those lectures are recorded, and some of those lectures are kept here in this particular page. So you can use this facility also for listening those lectures. We have a textbook and book bank section separate, and this is very important and useful for the BTech students, because this is specifically developed for the BTech students and backbone for you people. We have also created a separate reading space for textbooks, because these are the books which are directly related to your curriculum or your course. So these are certain points which are the important points for related to textbooks. Like textbooks are to be issued for 2 days only. These are not for 14 days, right? So if book is borrowed from the textbook, you will be getting 2 days time, because there is many of users want that particular book. So you have to return that book after getting it. Only 2 books may be issued at the time. Then late fine is 6 rupees per day. If you are not returning on time, then you need to pay 6 rupees fine per day. 1 copy is marked as not to be issued. So it means that book will not be issued, and that is only for reference purpose. So 1 copy is kept for that. Then you can also take out the book from the shelf, and within that area you can just read out and just leave that book there. And for that you need to deposit your ID card, and once you return the book, you will be returning the ID card. Your ID is essentially required for all these checkouts, right? Without ID card, books will not be issued, right? We have a book bank collection, which is again a very important collection, or again important facility for BTech students or undergraduate students, because the books are issued for a semester, right? Students may apply for this book bank forms. We will be coming out with some of the dates and circulated through emails, and also some of the notices that when this book bank will be started. So if certain date is there, means you will be getting the book on particular date, right? But for that you need to apply, right? You can borrow 6 books from the book bank, and again the fine is 1 rupee per day if you are not returning those books. We have theses also. I think this is not relevant for you, but if you want to see thesis, how these research scholars have written the thesis, or what it contains, you can see it is available in the ground floor. It is also, we have created an institutional repository. Under that, all the theses which are submitted to IIT Delhi, we have linked all those theses, but these are not accessible completely. You can get the thesis up to the extended abstract level. Number of electronic resources, journals are subscribed, but for you, all this may be useful for the PG students or research scholars, but for you, this ebooks portion is very important. We have about 9,000 ebooks, and some of these ebooks may be useful for your or fulfilling your curriculum need. We have number of bibliographical databases. I think it's not required. Then we have created a list of ebooks through the publishers. Suppose you want to see the list of books which are published by Cambridge or any other publisher, you can search using this option through the library website. An important thing is there is no need of user and password, right? Because all these resources, electronic resources, works on IP range. If you are in the campus, you will be able to download. Yes, there are certain DRMs, digital rights managements. Sometime you may download only 1 chapter, sometime you may not be copying, or sometime you require a complete PDF. So there are certain DRM which are related to different kind of publishers, but you can read the book from within the campus, within the IP range. And if you are not in the campus, we have certain facility for that also. We have created a page. This is for remote login. If you are not in the campus, if you are on holiday at your home also, not in Delhi or not in India or abroad, you just visit this page. We have linked all the resources in this page under the option of off-campus access of the resources on our website. Just click on this particular link. and you will be getting the link to all the resources which we subscribed. And just click on that, and you need to put just one time your login and password. It will authenticate you, it will recognize you, and these are again the Kerberos ID and password which you are using for your official email IDs and password. Just put that Kerberos ID and password, and you will be connected to the resource. So it is the same way which if you are in the campus and accessing the things. There are certain things which you need to do and some you need not to do, like when we subscribe an electronic resource, we are signing agreements with the publishers. So certain guidelines are there. I think you need to follow that. Like after downloading the books, you cannot circulate to others because IIT Delhi is paying for that. So just download, and it is for academic purpose. Just you have to read it, right? If you are downloading. So there are certain things which you have to go through. All these things are available on library website. We are subscribing a important software, that is this English correcting software, and this may be very useful when you are writing a report, when you are writing anything. It helps you to it review the spellings, grammar, punctuation, or clarity sometime, some engagements or delivery of mistakes in English writing. Also detects the plagiarism. So a lot of features are there in the software, although this is freely available also, but not with all the important features. So we have subscribed in the library a premium version of Grammarly software, and this can be used for any purpose whenever you are writing anything, right? We have another software, that is Quillbot. This is software which can be used for summarizing anything. Suppose you have a one-page write-up of something, you can summarize it using this. But whenever you are submitting it somewhere, you need to put proper reference, right? It doesn't mean that you have summarized it and it is your own. If it is your own, it's fine. But if you are taking the text from somewhere and submitting for some other academic purpose, you can summarize it, but you need to give proper reference of that particular text. So this software can help you a lot in summarizing or paraphrasing or writing or corrections also. It can provide you better suggestions when you write anything. This is not required for you, but we have a database which is known as Nexus Uni. This is the database of newspapers. We subscribe this database, which includes many newspapers, and not only the current newspapers, it will give you the newspaper issues of 50 or 100 years back. So many newspapers are included in this. Suppose you want to search Times of India or New York Times or Hindustan Times of today, you can search this database, you will find the detail of all. We have a research support service and outreach programs unit, and this unit regularly organizing the different kind of programs, workshops, seminars, product demonstration, and on the research writing tools or the supporting tools or different kind of softwares which are available in the library. So whenever you are getting any circular, if it is relevant for you, try to attend that. Definitely you will be beneficial out of that. We are having one electronic document delivery service also. If you don't have any particular book which is available in the library, you can just drop an email on this email ID. I think you will get particular article if you need, and if you want particular book, you can just approach to the central library. If it is not available with us, we can take it from some other library on interlibrary loan. We have recordings of all those programs which we are having in the library and uploaded on our website. So you can use this feature for that. We have created self-help guides. If you want to use Grammarly, you don't know how to use it. So there is a guide for you. You can just use this self-help guide for using that particular software. We have book recommendation facility also for you. You can recommend a book if it is not available in the library. We can purchase, we can add to the collection for your future reference. For that, you need to visit the Central Library website. You will find a recommendation form. Just follow certain procedures and recommend the book. We will purchase and add to the Central Library collection. Otherwise, faculty is always recommending, they are always having the facility for that. We have created a separate corner for the books which are written by the IIT Delhi faculty members or staff members, and all the books which are written by the IIT Delhi faculty members are kept here. And if you want any particular book, you can get it issued, and some are really very helpful for your curriculum. Time to time, we are also sending this new arrivals of books. The books which are added to the collection in particular month, we are circulating every month. We are sending email to the faculty members, students, and staff for the books which we have added to the collection. So, if you want to see how which recent books are added in the collection, I think you can use this option. And also on the website, all these links are available for previous new arrivals also. We are creating Pathfinder also. Pathfinder means the bibliography. Suppose you want to know the books, what are the books available on climate change. So we have created a bibliography on climate change and many other topics also. So there is no need to search whether it is available or not. The books which are available, we have already created bibliographies on different subjects, which are time to time updated also. So you can use this option for getting or accessing that. We are also organizing book exhibitions. You can visit the exhibitions for going through the books which are recently published. And if you find it is useful, you can just recommend for the library and we can purchase. We also have a literary club, library literary club, and for personality development and many other things, we are doing many activities through this club. Previous years question papers are also available through the BSW website. So we have provided a link on our website, and you can just find out. You can search and get the old years new question papers also, which are basically happened at IIT Delhi. We have created a handbook related to all the facilities and services of the Central Library. This is a PDF copy. You can just download it and just use for your reference purpose. We have created a We have created a 9 minutes video. This is a virtual video of library, and all the things which I have talked about the library, all these things are available within 9 minutes video. So you can just go through it. You will find the link in our website. So we all are there to support you for your during your stay at IIT Delhi. Thank you very much once again for your patience and listening me. These are the different kind of emails for different purposes you can use for your queries. And if you have any question, you can ask. Any quick question? No? Anyway, you just visit the library and we are available there. And if you have any query or questions, you can just get the answer of that. Thank you.
So, welcome. Good afternoon to you all. And hearty congratulations. We've congratulated the students. We didn't have the opportunity to congratulate the parents. I mean, it's all the more important that we congratulate all the happy parents here. And I am a faculty member in the Department of Chemical Engineering. My name is Sridevi. I'm also the Associate Dean Student Welfare. So it's very important that all the students' well-being we guarantee until they pass out from this institute. So being the Associate Dean Student Welfare, I automatically become the President of the Board of Student Welfare. And the Vice President is Professor Datla. He is from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Then comes our Board of Student Welfare General Secretary, Mr. Bhaumik from the Textile Department. May I invite Bhaumik here? So he will be addressing you and explaining to you. So we actually work on 4 verticals. That is, one is course issues. Any student who is facing any course issues, there is one vertical in Board of Student Welfare, wherein people who have got good percentages in those or CGPA in those subjects will be able to help you. The second one vertical that the Board of Student Welfare works on is the language issues. Many of you might be having, maybe coming from a vernacular medium, so we need to, equalize all of you on the language. So anybody with any language issues, they can also again come back to the Board of Student Welfare, and we are happy to help you in the language coaching. Then comes the career counseling. So probably now at this stage you don't need that vertical, but very soon after the 3rd year or so you will be needing that vertical. So there are students from the Board of Student Welfare who can be helpful to you in career counseling. Then comes the last vertical, that is your mental and physical health. Of course, the responsibility of mental and physical health very much lies on the individual student. So you must follow a good food, eating habits, good sleeping habits, healthy friendship, and I think a moderation in everything, everything in moderation and nothing in excess. That is the motto to be happy in the campus. However, whatever issues you face under any of these verticals, we'll be most happy to help you. Now I give this mic to Bhaumik, your own senior here, and he would explain to you a little better than me. Thank you. Bhaumik?
So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bhaumik, and I'm a 4th year undergraduate student pursuing textile engineering from IIT Delhi. And I'm currently serving as the General Secretary to Board for Student Welfare. First of all, a lot of congratulations to you all for making it to IIT Delhi. It's a very big feat. So a short round of applause for all of you. So I hope most of you have some idea about BSW and what it does. And thank you, ma'am, for explaining what BSW do so wonderfully. So as your college senior, I would like to take this opportunity to share with you my 3 most important takeaways from my college life. And I will try to be as succinct as possible. So we all have heard that IITs have a very competitive environment. And one of the reasons for that is it is comprised of the cream of our country. Initially, it's quite overwhelming for most of us. And students tend to see themselves based on comparisons with others. But I have learned that the competition is never with your peers. It's with yourself. It's not about winning or losing. It's about becoming a better version of yourself. And always remember that either you win or you learn. Most of us are so accustomed to winning that 1 or 2 failures make us doubt our abilities, and we start losing confidence in ourselves. And here is my second advice. Never ever doubt yourself. Never ever stop believing in yourself and your abilities, even when things don't go as planned. Self-belief is the foundation of resilience. When you believe in yourself, you can overcome any obstacle and keep pushing forward and achieve your goals. And last advice, don't forget there's no substitute to hard work. You all are here because of your hard work. And whether it's your academics, extracurricular, or co-curricular, your hard work will help you to keep striving. And yes, academics still remain your first priority. So I would like to conclude with a very famous quote from a very famous movie. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you hit and keep moving forward. And that's how winning is done. Thank you. Thank you very much. All the best for your future endeavors. Also, I would like to invite my team members present over here on the stage. Can we have a round of applause for them because they have been working very hard for all of you. So just a round of applause for them. Yeah, they are working very hard for you. So next I would like to invite our team of counselors and your dost. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaumik. So please keep helping the youngsters here with your very efficient team. Now, counseling is a big part of the Board of Student Welfare because whatever issues are there, you know, we faculty members or academicians are really not trained to counsel. We do a bit like how your parents do, however, we are not professionals. So professional team of counselors are there. IIT Delhi also partners with a professional counseling company called Your Dost. So Your Dost, may I invite Your Dost to give a presentation? So he is Saubhagya, and his colleague will give you a presentation on what Your Dost offers. This is a tele-counseling services, and if you see the information booklet that the BSW team is going to hand it over to you, at the end you have the Your Dost this thing, so you can actually immediately have a tele-counseling in case you want to talk to somebody and you don't want to talk to your friend or a roommate and all. Okay? Besides Your Dost, we have face-to-face counselors of our own IIT Delhi team, which will come later. I'll introduce them later.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. Congratulations for everyone for making it to IIT Delhi. Now, like ma'am told, I think we have been working with IIT Delhi for last 6 odd years. We are their emotional wellness partner. Like the name suggests, Your Dost, your friend. That was the intent behind building Your Dost. We help unleash the better version of you. That's what we say. So till now, we work with more than 150 colleges across India. We have saved close to more than 10,000 plus lives and conducted close to 30 lakh counseling sessions. How Your Dost is different? Why do you want to use it? We work with more than 1,000 plus experts who are clinical psychologists, counseling psychologists, career coaches, life coaches. Your Dost keeps it completely anonymous. You can be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Wonder Girl, whoever you want to be, and complete your journey at Your Dost until it's private and confidential. You need not to tell your name until you decide to tell your name. The counselor will only know you from the name which you would have created. And it's a 24/7 support. Either it's a 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. Somebody from Your Dost would be available to take the session. So this is how homepage looks like. You can access it through web or app. So this is how homepage looks like. You have to type www.yourdost.com, and then you have to press the login button, which is on the top right corner of the screen. Is it visible to all of you? Yeah. You have to press login button. Once you have pressed, there will be a tab like this, which will ask you to enter a username, password, and email. Right? Username can be anything, whatever you want to keep, like I mentioned. Then a password of your own choice, and then the email ID. Whenever you are coming to the Your Dost for the very first time on the platform, it has to be IIT Delhi email ID which you use. Right? Otherwise, Your Dost is a public URL. Anybody in the world can access Your Dost. For us to identify that you are somebody from IIT Delhi, you need to use your official email ID whenever you are coming for the very first time. Once you press that, it will take you to a page where you can connect to an expert directly. There are two ways to connect with an expert at Yodos. One, either you can book an appointment based on your availability and counselor availability, or second, you want to immediately connect with somebody. If you press to the experts page, there will be a screen like this. All the list of the experts who are available on the platform. If you see somebody named Mahima has a green dot on her name, right? That means expert is currently online and immediately available to take the session. Then if you see in the second row, Rinta has a yellow, orange dot, right? That means she is online but is busy with some other session. And then some experts won't have that. You can check their availability, their schedule, and then you can seek support through an appointment, right? Once you book an appointment, it will ask you to choose a mode. So there are three modes at Yodos. One is video, second is audio, and third would be chat. So you have to select an mode, and then it will take you directly to connect you to the expert. And then there is also Yodos app. In a Play Store or an App Store, you can download it through there. I think one last thing which I want to mention, that next 4 years are going to be the most beautiful years of your life. Do enjoy, right? But in case it's not important to feel, it's not important that if you feel something to take counseling, you just as I intend that you want to make yourself better, the counseling services can be availed, right? When I'm gone from here and you have any doubt or from, on platform, anything, you can write us on campus@yodos.com. That's an email ID. We will reply back within 24 working hours if you have any issues, or you can directly also reach out to our customer support number, which you can find through Google. If you type Yodos contact, it will come through. Okay, thank you.
So thank you, Saubhagya. So now I introduce you to our in-house IIT Delhi counselors. Anybody who want to take counseling can take an appointment with them, with any of them, and there's the procedure that they will let you know. And let me introduce you to them. So the student counselor here is Dr. Shachi Mathur. So she is a clinical psychologist, and she has a whole set of counselors with her. So the next is Miss Akriti Astha, Ananya, Anjana, Gyanendra, Nishtha, and Niharika. So all these have been our IITD in-house. So face to face, you can talk to them. Of course, after taking appointment, they are almost 24/7 busy. I see that because they cater to all the 13,000 students on the campus. And we also have another partner, Disha Kiran. So they have supplied to us 4 more counselors, 2 night counselors from their side and 2 day counselors. So they're not here today, but overall you have this whole counseling team that is helpful to you. My suggestion, of course, as HDSW is that you should never need too much counseling, okay? So try to inculcate those good habits. You're almost definitely you have all good habits. Try not to cross the borderline of good and bad in this metro because there are a lot of distractions. Parents, I suggest that you please keep a tag on your ward. And children, you must talk to your parents every day, maybe morning and evening. Don't avoid your parents, okay? Now that you have your own peer group, because nobody can cross the parental counseling. I know most of the time they say do this, so I think parents also need to see that they are all teenagers now. So don't say, I think you should be better listeners the moment they have become teenagers. Isn't it? Don't you agree? All parents. So you see, I am on your side, students. I am trying to counsel your parents not to impose themselves and their ideas, their values on you. However, you still have to talk to them because there's no other well-wisher more than a parent, I tell you. Yes? Do you agree or not? I'm asking this of the students. Yeah. So don't avoid your parents because the moment, a parent can sense you have this thing with the heart. You see, they don't think with their heads. With the heart, they connect to you. And they can sense when you actually are going into difficulties or heading towards any dangers. So that's the reason why it's very important that you be very much in touch. That's, I think, a blessing for all the Indians, Indian community, and we should not, we should not ape the Western community. Yeah, you can have good dresses and all, whatever other things, discipline, punctuality to your classes and all, please ape the West. Okay, they're very punctual. But about the ties, the family ties, all these, the friendship, the bond and all that, you must still be with our culture, okay? Now, I give the whole stage to our counseling group. Dr. Shachi will give you a presentation of how to, go through the. Thank you very much.
Hello, very good afternoon to everyone and heartiest congratulations for being here. I hope all of you are bustling with confidence. Yes? And I hope this confidence remains till the end of your 4 years and some of you 5 years for dual degree. So the smiley faces that we see today should be the same smiley faces that we see at the end of our entire degree, all right? So I think overall you've been given a lovely talk by your senior. I think it was very motivating, and I think inspirational talks from seniors is far more inspiring than any one of us can actually tell you to do things. Peers are the people with whom you can actually share a lot of things with. Basically today what we're going to be talking about is how do we support mental health and how do we work on academic success together. So basically today I will be conversing in English and Hindi both because these are the two languages I know of. And to tell you about mental health, it is a topic which is not something which is discussed easily and comfortably by everyone. क्योंकि मे बी कभी कभी थोड़े स्टिग्मास अटैच्ड अभी भी है कि काउंसलर के पास जाओगे तो मतलब कुछ साइकोलॉजिकल इलनेस ही होगी तभी काउंसलर के पास जाओगे, बेसिक इशू अगर होगा तो वहाँ जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. और ये भी गलत इसलिए नहीं है बिकॉज वी हैव अ रिच कल्चर ऑफ फैमिली सपोर्ट सिस्टम दैट वी लिव विद, a strong joint family system, which is why we never needed to go out and seek counselors or support from anyone. But because now more and more हम nuclear families हो गए, छोटे groups हो गए, हम लोग में थोड़ी adjustment issues भी होने लगी हैं because हम लोग अब ज़्यादा लोगों के साथ नहीं रहते हैं. We are quite on our own. तो we are so used to our own space कि own space से भी काफ़ी सारी issues develop हो सकती हैं. तो आज हम बस कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें we are going to be talking about your next 4 years and how you can keep your mental health in check and work on your overall success. When we talk about mental health को लेकर हम लोग segregate नहीं कर सकते कि it does not relate to your physical health or your social health. अगर आप mentally खुश होगे तो आपकी physical ailments भी दूर होंगी, आप daily life cycle भी अपना follow कर पाओगे and आपकी social development भी अच्छी रहेगी. So it is not a component that walks alone. We walk together with all these components with our side. All right? Next, we begin with common questions आ सकते हैं कि हम counseling क्यों लें? Why is there a need for counseling? Well, counseling, सबसे पहले we need to understand what is it. Counseling is nothing but a simple interaction between a therapist and a student. Now what happens in this environment is, it's a safe zone. There is no judgmental attitude here. Here we are there to listen to you, because more and more we see that we are lacking people who are good listeners. So this is a space which is a confidential space for you, where you can depend on your counselor, you can share about your thoughts and still remain safe, all your secrets remain safe, and it's a great place for you to come off and emotionally offload yourself. So that's one thing. Now, counseling has various aspects with which we can function on. One can be getting to know yourself better. We all know ourselves really well, but when we are in this transition phase of our life from school to college, there are so many more changes that are happening. कहाँ तो हम लोग इतने डिपेंडेंट रहे कि मम्मी पापा उठा देंगे, सुला देंगे, खाना आ गया, कमरे के अंदर आ गया, कपड़े धुल गए, आयन होके आ गए, सब कुछ हो गया. अब आईआईटी में आकर आपको हॉस्टल में रहना पड़ेगा. हॉस्टल में ये सब तो होने नहीं वाला, ये सब चीज़ें खुद से करनी है हमको, and we have to confidently do it because there's always the first time. तो वहाँ पे हम लोग क्या करेंगे? We have to rebuild ourselves. So this is a very important space where you rebuild yourself, do your things on your own, become more independent, getting to know yourself in terms of you know your strengths and weaknesses. Sometimes they keep developing over your period of time in your life. Sometimes there are some aspects of your nature जो शायद आप लोग कभी उससे वाकिफ भी नहीं होंगे, और वो आपको अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए हेल्प कर सकता है. ब्रेकिंग ओल्ड पैटर्न्स वो होता है जो हमारी पुरानी हैबिट्स होती हैं. हैबिट इज ऑलवेज कंडीशनड रिस्पॉन्स टू समथिंग. बचपन से लेकर हमको अगर खाना एक तरीके से खाने की आदत है तो वही एक पैटर्न बन जाता है. बट what we need to do is कि वो एक पैटर्न है, बट अब हमें एडजस्ट करके ग्लोबली अपने में चेंजेस लाने के we have to break certain patterns and change into something new. And that is one of the patterns that we talk about, old pattern behavior जो कि change होता है. Emotional responses हमारे अलग होते हैं, new learned responses शुरू हो जाते हैं. Then we talk about improving our coping strategies. So we all, the very fact that you guys are all here is that you have excellent coping skills. You have dealt with a lot of stress, you have become victorious in the way you've handled your entire life, and the way you have been going ahead confidently. So this is something you have to continuously keep building, because college has different kind of stressors, they have peer pressures. Very important thing for us to learn is to say no. ना करना सबसे मुश्किल चीज़ होती है. ना करके डर होता है कि क्या हम socially accept होंगे या नहीं होंगे. But when it comes to your own basics, your own nature, your own morality and ethical values, उधर there should be no compromise at all. फिर हम also work out करते हैं academic improvement. Academic improvement does not mean literally कि हम आपको पढ़ाएंगे और उसको improve कराएंगे. No. It basically means that we can assist you to understand how to plan your day better, how to manage your time better, how to work more efficiently, completing deadlines, how to work around a structure to help you build on your performance. And then we have personal development on which we focus on. Many of us are shy of talking to people in groups. This is a great space to come into counseling to develop that skill, because that's a skill which is very important even in your working life. So you can build it here. Then we also have something called we are investing in ourselves. You have to invest on yourself. How? You have to give yourself time. You have to reflect about the things that you have done in your life. You have to see how you need to work ahead in your future. You have to organize yourself and plan yourself better. Moving to the next slide, when we talk about mental health, कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो कि आप लोग अपने आप से questions पूछ सकते हैं कि क्या मैं am I feeling perfect? Am I feeling good? क्या मैं सब चीज़ें cope up कर पा रहा हूँ या नहीं कर पा रहा? तो कुछ common questions होते हैं, जैसे कि your transition to college routine, वो कैसा चल रहा है? You question yourself. Is it going as planned? Are you following through? Are you completing your deadlines? Are you attending classes? Are you enjoying your lectures? Are you understanding? ये एक point है जहाँ आप लोग assess कर सकते हो कि is this a reason for any kind of stress or not? Second type of question could be, how are you dealing with your new people and environment and your new responsibilities? Naturally, we all come from different parts of India, and this is the beauty of coming to IIT Delhi, कि सब लोग mix करके एक बन जाते हैं. So we learn so much from each other's cultural value systems and in terms of a lot of things. But कभी-कभी यहाँ पे भी हम गुम हो जाते हैं. हम realize नहीं करते कि कहाँ खो गए, क्योंकि दूसरों को please करने में busy हो जाते हैं कि हम या तो गुम हो जाएंगे या हम ढूंढ ही नहीं पाते हैं अपने आप को, to the point कि you don't know how to fit yourself in. So that is something which is not a very great thing, because if you want to be happy, you have to be able to fit into your environment. Maybe coming for counseling can help you to understand and fix that. Then how do you manage your daily routine? Daily routine is everything about how you plan your day. Classes, sleeping, eating habits, revising habits, interacting with people, talking to your parents. Then we talk about a fifth question, are you keeping in touch with people regularly? When is the last time you've spoken to family, friends? Usually when we are in a happy space, we love talking to people around, even if we may be introverts. But sometimes when which is something against our nature, where we are actually very social people, but when we start interacting in college, there's something that starts bothering us and we start avoiding things, we start avoiding people. So these are things that is a signal for us to say, okay, no, something's not right, we need to get this checked out. How can we get assistance in that? So that's another way you can evaluate yourself. Then we talk about self-care. Are you sleeping on time? Are you waking up on time? Are you eating on time? Are you maintaining a good day schedule? Then we talk about changes, which can be very stressful, and how you feel about that. So there are multiple factors. Sometimes you will feel overwhelmed. There'll be some days where you will say, oh wow, आज का दिन तो बहुत successful था. कभी-कभी days होंगे जहाँ कहोगे, oh, it was such a waste. But having said that, एक चीज़ का you'll have to focus on is having a positive approach to things. There will be days which will be a tough day for you, where वो दिन भी नहीं निकलेगा हमसे. But hang in there, it's transitory phase. It's a dynamic world, it's a dynamic situation. आज कुछ है, अगले दिन कुछ और अच्छा निकल के आ सकता है. So don't get bothered by one little thing that bothers you and destroy your next few days together. Pick yourself up and ठीक है, कभी खुशी, कभी गम, कभी enjoyment, कभी पढ़ाई. ठीक है? इसके आगे हम जाते हैं कुछ signs. There are some signs that we need to know, जो कि अगर आप लोग के पास अपने कैमरास हो तो क्लिक कर लो, because आप अपने लिए भी assess कर सकते हो और अपने friends and आसपास के पड़ोसी के साथ भी understand कर सकते हो कि ये early signs to detect when you need to seek counseling support. And always counseling is considered as a cure, but counseling can actually be a very preventive measure as well. Before something becomes a mountain, उससे पहले ही छोटी चीज़ है जो कि छोटी issue, trivial matters को भी आप discuss कर सकते हो, because every matter is important, no matter how small you may think it to be, no matter how trivial it is or insignificant it is. If it's bothering you, it's an important matter. Immediately address it without feeling that it's stupid. Talk to somebody. If you can talk to friends, family, great. If you feel there are some hesitation, that you feel uncomfortable, you don't want to bother someone with it, then you can again watch for that. So what are the early signs when we know कि ये लगातार हो रहा है, तो अब check करना चाहिए कि कुछ गड़बड़ है. Let's pick ourselves up. पहले, changes in sleeping habits. If you've been used to having good sleeping habits, suddenly नींद नहीं आना, रात भर जागना, सुबह time से नहीं उठना, that. Odd hours में सोना. Second is social avoidance and withdrawal. If we are all social people, we love interacting with friends around. But when we start feeling a little low and you feel that consistently for weeks now there's a persistent need to avoid somebody, or which is not part of your temperament otherwise, then that is again a sign which is very serious enough for you to get some sort of consultation. Then third thing is sudden and uncharacteristic mood changes. चिड़चिड़ापन हो जाना, very easily getting triggered. ज़रा सा किसी ने कह दिया, छुई मुई होके हम लोग react कर लेते हैं. That means if we are getting oversensitive, clearly there's some bigger stressor which we are not able to identify. You need some assistance to help you in that reflection and sort that out before it becomes a bigger problem. Then we talk about mismanagement of time. So college has multiple activities. It will be a big change because you were used to certain time of sleeping, certain time of waking up. Sometimes that may not be the case. In the initial year, it may not be such a problem, but as you go in your second, third, fourth year, you will be joining clubs. There will be need for you to be interacting and engaging yourselves in clubs. तो आप लोग को balance ढूंढना बहुत ज़रूरी होगा तब. और तब भी आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि take on only as much as what you can manage within your time. Do not do any comparison कि उसने तो 3 activities कर ली और पढ़ाई भी हो रही. नहीं, ज़रूरी नहीं है. हो सकता है आपको एक ही activity enough है along with studies, किसी को 5 activities है. So it is individual based. We are all unique. Respect yourself and do not disrespect yourself at any point of time कि वो कर लेता है तो मैं भी कर सकता हूँ या कर सकती हूँ. So ये ध्यान देना है. फिर है significant changes in appetite. कभी कभी हम लोग जब stressed होते हैं या low mood से गुजरते हैं, हम लोग को भूख नहीं लगती है, खाना नहीं खा रहे हैं, miss out कर रहे हैं meals, या हम over eating कर लेते हैं, पूरे पूरे दिन नहीं खाएंगे और जब खाएंगे तो बिल्कुल junk. तो या तो it can engage in lower in weight loss or it can develop into weight gain. तो इसका भी ध्यान देना है. And regulating your internet watching is very important. Sometimes we do not realize कि हम इतना ज़्यादा web series में चपक जाते हैं या gaming में लग जाते हैं कि और चीज़ें भूल के it is something where in which you crave for junk. You crave for alone time. It creates more loneliness. So please have a very, very fixed screen time for yourself, because with screen time only you can pull through a disciplined screen time, your 5 years or 4 years in IIT Delhi. तो बहुत ध्यान देना है इन चीज़ों का. Now, when we talk about encouraging help-seeking behavior, हम लोग को hesitation छोड़ के अपने मन में ये कहना चाहिए, we need to tell ourselves that it is okay to not feel 100% okay. And we need to respect the fact that we don't have to be okay all the time. We can require some assistance and some kind of help sometimes or the other. So how we can manage that is by promoting awareness. Awareness है कि अगर आप अपने आप को detect कर सकते हो early signs and symptoms, you are encouraging awareness within yourself as well as with your peers around. So it will help you there. Second thing is inculcating a supportive environment. Don't be very harsh with yourself. जब कुछ अच्छा नहीं होता है, हमारा best होता है, हम अपने आप को doomsday पे ले जाते हैं. I am worthless, I am useless, everything is waste. Forget it, let's stop. No, we don't do that. If it happens, it's fine, it's part and parcel. We can't do everything perfectly. We are not perfectionists. We can try to achieve perfection, but we cannot be perfectionists 100%. So please get used to the fact that sometimes it is okay to not be able to do certain things because of a particular mood state. Maybe there's some anxiety from your home front. तो natural बात है कि पढ़ाई नहीं होगी उस दिन, हो सकता है एक हफ्ते नहीं होगी, but pick yourself up, tell yourself कि ठीक है, घर का environment है, मैं तो दूर हूँ. The only thing I can do is constantly be in touch with the concerned people so that you are mentally comfortable that they are okay, and continue working your way through. And if it gets too much, again seek some kind of help and support. Then we talk about creating a culture of openness and support. Please try to be very, very kind, nice to each other. World is not such a kind place. There's a lot of stressor. We all carry a lot of burdens along. Let us not be the reason to cause somebody else that burden of stress. As human beings, be very careful with the remarks you pass towards each other. You should be humble enough to respect somebody's strengths and weaknesses. Do not make fun of people who may not be as quick as the way you are, because even a small remark from your end can be a joke. But what it can scar somebody else, किसी को जो दर्द वो पहुंचा सकता है, वो बहुत immense है जिसका हम बाद में regret नहीं होना चाहिए कि what we did to somebody. Then one other thing is we have to normalize conversations around mental health. We have to learn to be very open-headed. Just as how we are able to talk about heart diabetes, we can talk about hypertension, we can talk about cancer, we can talk about anything. Same is the case with mental health. If somebody is diagnosed with a mental health problem, please do not mock at them. Please do not look at them with contempt. Please do not make fun of them. Respect the fact that there's somebody who's undergoing a problem. Be humane, be understanding, and provide a supportive environment for them to come out of it. There are some other preventive resources that are available on campus. We have yoga activities that happen, for which you will be getting email from iMeditate regarding a yoga session. And yoga session mostly happens in the Aditya Mittal, I went to my dean, the Mittal Sports Complex. And that's where we have our entire place where yoga is conducted, classes there. Another person involved is the psychiatrist. So we have an in-house psychiatrist who sits in IIT Delhi Hospital, Dr. Nisha. And she sits Mondays to Fridays between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So you can visit her anytime there. And of course, as you have already seen a presentation from Your Dost is our online partner for us to engage in 24/7 counseling services. All you need to do is to make it easier. This time, the Dean of Students Office has got a QR code behind every door of the hostel. Every time you close the door, you're going to see this QR code. You can scan it, and you can immediately get a session in case you want an online mode. And that is one. Another thing is that we will also talk about, now that we've talked about Your Dost, I will also tell you that we have in-person counseling in two spaces. One is the main administrative block, in which you're sitting currently in fact, on the same floor near the accounts section. That's AD 238. There we have 4 counselors who are sitting there. And there is a space, hostel space allotted on rotation basis for counselors to be available for you, and for which I think there will be a Google Calendar that will be circulated monthly for you to know which counselor visits which hostel, so that it becomes comfortable and convenient for you to visit them. Some things, yeah. In the space where you can see the pink counselors are the ones who will be sitting in the main administrative block, and the ones with the yellow background are the counselors who will be sitting in the hostels on rotation basis. So that you can easily find out via emails. Even your caretaker office, warden office would know of the same, the information there. So coming to that, lastly, we would like to talk about certain issues that we eventually would be dealing with when we come in for counseling. So in terms of academic pressures, the kind of pressures that we have seen is that there's overwhelming coursework because there's mismanagement of time. There is imbalance in the number of activities chosen and the work done. Then there is examination and time management issues. Sometimes we have fear of performance, which causes us stress, and we don't land up doing as well as we expected to be doing. So that is another issue that we address before the exams. Then we talk about emotional issues. So emotional issues is the part where initially you can feel homesick. There can be, it's a challenge there. Then there are some interpersonal relationship issues also that you can have with friends around and people. So these are common issues also that come to our center typically when students face some challenges. Self-esteem and confidence. It's a very strange thing that we notice that the self-esteem and confidence of our IIT students, who are the absolute cream of the country, their confidence drops for some reason. So here I want to bring it to your notice that till now you've always been in your different states, in your different spaces where you have been toppers of that particular area, where you had people, some good, some very good, some exceptionally good, some not good. Whereas now in IIT Delhi, this is the first place where everybody is at par because everybody is a topper from their respective places. So it's natural that kabhi hum topper honge, kabhi hum second, third mein bhi chale jayenge, and we have to be very okay about it. So this thing of constantly performing to be the best, enthusiasm hona chahiye, junoon hona chahiye, obsession bhi hona chahiye. But the moment it starts leading to any mental health illness, that's the time you have to say stop. I have to stop because nothing works as better as a good mental health. Then we have transition phase, life transition. That is, again, we've discussed earlier on. Adjusting to college life, understanding and managing your independence. अब आप independent हो गए हो, बड़े हो गए हो, teenager नहीं हो, adult हो गए हो, decisions लेने, life choices करनी है जो कि previously कोई और कर देता था, आप dependent थे लोगों को लेकर, अब आप dependent नहीं हो, you have to take responsibility. You have to learn to accept the fact whatever decisions you take, it's yours. Sometimes you'll make the right decision, sometimes not the right decision. But that's part of learning, that's part of growing. And I think in every phase of your life, we are just growing and learning. So do not let that be a reason to bother you. And these are also issues that we greatly see amongst our students. So I think more or less I'm done with my presentation. We've talked about where you can find us. Now, how can we meet a counselor? इसका भी अगर आप लोग slide ले लो, photo ले लो तो बहुत अच्छा होगा. There are 4 ways in which you can meet the counselor. One is by coming to the main administrative office where you can in person come and take an appointment. Second is that we have an email ID on which you can send us an email and we can accordingly fix up an appointment. Third is you can, call us on our office number and then we can fix it. Third way is online appointment system is when you go on to IITD website and you go on to BSW, this is the way you have to log in. This is an important thing, so if you can book, click a photo of this. So when you go to IITD website, after that you go on to bswiitd.ac.in, click on the counseling services icon. When you do that, you scroll down, click on book an appointment. There'll be an option of new or existing. So new or old means if you're a newcomer, you go in for new. If you are already an existing student, please go to existing. So it becomes easier for you to ask for appointment there. So I hope you have clicked this. These are things that are very important, जो अभी हम realize नहीं करते important है, but कभी ज़रूरत पड़ जाती है during the course of the year. You should have it as your on your bedside. I think last slide here goes with certain counseling related FAQs. What are the important questions that we have? Why should we go to counseling? So what kind of problem do I have to get counseling? Like we said, कि चाहे trivial हो या बड़ी हो, all things are worth getting counseled for in case you feel that it's going out of your control and you don't have a friend or somebody external support system. Second question is, will anyone get to know if I take counseling? No. So this is a private confidential service where your information is, you and your counselor have a contract that you sign with terms and conditions where it is clearly mentioned that your information will not be disclosed. But there are spaces where we have made a few barring certain reasons. When you cross those reasons, that's the time when information has to be sent out to authorities. Other than that, you don't have to worry about anything at all. It stays safe. Then, are the sessions free? Yes, it's an in-house facility. Take the most of it because counseling outside in today's time is highly expensive. So take this 4 years to 5 years as a good opportunity to get yourselves fixed up for whatever you think you need to. And in case you need any additional support in terms of even developing yourself, take it as an opportunity there. Then what are the modalities of counseling? You can have an in-person session where you can come to the office or to the counselor and have a session. Secondly, you can probably also do a video call. We can have a video call session, we can have a chat session, we can have a call session, and we can also have any form of online mode counseling session. So these are the few things, taken a long time, but it was very important for us to get you to have this information so that we feel safe that you have this information with you, so do your parents. So please, welcome again to IIT Delhi. Be proud of yourself. Keep your heads soaring high, and you will sail through this time. And together, we will work it through. Everything is perfect, and everything will be fine. All right? All the very best to everyone, and welcome again to IIT Delhi. If you have any questions, you can let us know. Otherwise, I'll hand over the, is there somebody else going to speak after us? Okay. So, if there are any questions, you may let us know. Can you say? No? All right. I don't think there are questions. Okay. So, we are handing the mic over to the co-professor in charge, Professor Datla of OCS.
Hello all. I am Naresh Datla, a faculty in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today I will introduce to this Office of Career Services. So I am sure all of you have come here to make a career. Career is not a short-term thing like you are making a career at the end of your BTech at IIT Delhi. But it's a lifelong career, meaning like even much after your BTech, you want to make a career which is fulfilling. So the idea of having this Office of Career Services is to inform you and to guide you in making those career choices. So this is not like we are trying to help you just get placed at the end of your BTech, but the idea is to help you to go to good places or to achieve your dreams, what you have at your career. I'm sure all of you have come here with lots of dreams about what you want to do after BTech. Don't be worried if you haven't thought of it much, because you have the next 4 years to start thinking about, and eventually at the end of the 4 year, probably you will have a more clarity about what you want to do with your degree and your passions and interests. Okay. So the other thing I want to stress before I go into the details is, so we have been discussing with some of the company personnel who come here for the interviews, and the common thing what we hear from them is this, saying that probably the profiles for which they are coming here will be very different, in the sense like their profiles which are very much related to what you studied here, depending on the department you have joined. So there will be few companies who are coming for it. But there are other companies which are looking at any engineer, or maybe something specific which may not be more specific to engineering, but they are coming for your analytical skills, computing skills, and there are other nature of jobs. So the point is, the requirement when they come here, and let's say some of these companies are not for your core engineering skills, they still want to know, having spent here for 4 years or 5 years, how good you have absorbed those, or what is the expertise you have able to achieve in these 4 years. So what I'm trying to stress is, please do pay attention to what you are learning, because at the end of the day, when you get a BTech, it's not just a BTech from IIT Delhi, it says you are a BTech from so-and-so department. So make sure you are good enough in that department, in addition to the other skills which you need, so that you can be eligible for the profiles you are interested in. Okay. So let me once go through. So these are the activities what we try to do at the OCS, or the Office of Career Services. Of course, the major activity is to help you get training as well as placement. Training meaning, so we want to, you might be interested in doing an internship, let's say after you have finished your second year, and in the summer of between moving from second to the third year, you will be going to either a company or a startup to gain some experience. This is a valuable experience we want all of you to gain, because that gives you a taste about what the real world is and what they are looking for. So once you go look at that internship and come back, then you are in a, you have more clarity about what is required or what is expected from you. And the next 2 years, you will have the opportunity to really work on those skills which you think are required for you to achieve your career goals. But in addition to this training and placement, we also help you towards that direction by creating workshops and sessions. These are things which happen throughout the year. So depending on your interest and the time, you should be able to attend these things. And there are many preparation resources which we have on the web page, where you can start looking at, so that you get an idea about what are the kind of career profiles we are talking about. And finally, we have a Pravriti. This is done about March. This is like a career fair, or there are many other activities which are done. This, if you attend any of these activities, that will give you a clear picture about what are the kind of companies which are coming, what are the profiles they are looking for, and there are some sessions where you can also interact and get to know more details, or you can assess where you are and what are the areas where you need to work before the actual internship hiring or the placement starts. So here is the team. So the professor in charge is Professor Ayat Rahman. He is a faculty from Department of Civil Engineering. Today he is not in Delhi, so I'm taking it from him. So I'm also a co-professor in charge. So we both try to interface with the students and the companies. But along with us, Ms. Anisha Madan as well as Garima Singh, these are the officers who are either in touch with the companies, trying to bring them to the campus, or especially Garima Singh, she will be looking at from the student end, how do you ensure that the companies, when they are here, how do you interact with them and those activities. So in addition to 4 of us, we also have faculties from each and every academic unit, from each and every department. This is very much required so that we have the feedback or else the requirements for each and every department, because each and every department has their own requirements, looking at how to ensure that we bring in more companies, not just in a few areas, but all areas. And then comes the student team. From now, I think I will ask Mr. Vaibhav. He is the overall student coordinator for OCS. he will go through the student team and the activities we do here. Please.
Hello everyone, I'm Vaibhav Gupta, currently serving as a overall coordinator at Office of Career Services. First of all, congratulations to everyone, all the students present here and the families, because it's rightly said that a student does not qualify for JEE, it's the family that qualifies for JEE. So continuing with the student team, so we are 400 plus stakeholders, starting from the student coordinators, and then we have 15 members of central team, and then 50 academic unit responsibility taken by the nucleus team members, and then we have a team of executives who are currently in their second and third year. We have 300 plus stakeholders responsible, taking their responsibility voluntarily. Because we are such a great institution, we are welcoming a lot more companies each day, and each so whatever timelines I'll discuss. Yeah, so these are the days of our training and placement. So in turn, the phase one, usually when we initiate the process, starts in July, when you are given a chance to build your CV and other things. Then there are interview process that initiates in August, and it stretched till November and December. And then we recontinue our internship phase in January of whatever academic year that is. For the final year students, we have placements that happen in 2 phases. So usually we start the pre-process in September, maybe from August itself. And then the placement phase 2 that we reinitiate in January. After the intern phase, then we end our academic calendar with Pravritti. So Pravritti is the annual career fair of IIT Delhi, in which we invite a lot many industry holders and academic institutions to discuss what is the gap between the institution and the industrial need. So these are the fairs that we conduct, and I expect everyone to participate in all of them. From this year, we have an initiative, an L slot in your academic calendar, in which we will be scheduling a lot many activities so that you can learn a lot many skills that is required in these companies. So Pravritti, a little more detail. So in Pravritti, what we do is the internship fair. So we have companies, the startups welcomed in Pravritti to hire students. We have mock interviews so that you can get a real feel of how an interview looks like. We have leadership talks because it's IIT Delhi. We are able to catch eyes of great leaders of industry. Then we have some corporate competitions in which you get a real feel and a thrill how to compete in such competitions. Then we have workshops on the similar lines to get you a feel how the real corporate thing works like. So this is our OCS team. If you will be given a chance to get into this team, start volunteering with OCS, and you will be good to go. This is the OCS office in the Synergy building, and that's us. So you can scan this QR and visit and read more about us. And I would say that always look up to someone, but try to make your unique identity. You will get a lot many opportunities. You have accomplished a lot of many things. You will be overwhelmed. The feedback we got from recruiters was, even if you are good in academics, you may not be good in other activities. But in coming to IIT Delhi, you have to try out different new things. But most of the students try to indulge more into extracurricular, but don't cope up with their academics. But if you will be the real gem to recruiters, if you are able to match up with your extracurriculars and do good in your academics. So that is the nice thing about IIT Delhi, that we gives you a lot many opportunities. It's up to you that you manage your time well, and that is the thing that recruiters also look at. So wish you all the best for your career, as well as your 4 years, 5 years journey at IIT Delhi. Wish you all the best. Thanks for your time. I hope you got a lot many information, and it's a wrap.